They attempt to show that in the Bible 3 days mean Welcome once again to the hour of the time. I'm William Cooper. Tonight's program is going to be very interesting. I'm not going to tell you what to believe. I'm not going to tell you what to think. But I'm certainly hoping that you will think about what you're going to hear tonight. You see, I'm always running into these self-righteous people who are always claiming that they are the only ones who are right. If they claim to believe or hold to the Christian religion, they cite chapter and verse and bend it to their agenda. Now, I want you all to understand that there are approximately, you can't even be approximate about it. There are at least 1,000 different versions, splits, schisms, churches, branches of Christianity, all quoting the Scripture, all claiming they are right, all saying that everyone else is wrong, they're going to hell. I just wonder if anybody out there really knows what Christianity really is. I really wonder how many people are mouthing what they've heard from someone else, or if they've really gotten into the Bible, read it, thought about it, attempted to understand it, and where they could not understand it, refused to put their own interpretation into what they did not understand. And I think that's mostly what happens. For I've got to tell you something, folks. When Jesus taught, he would usually stand by the roadside, or the very famous instance of his teaching, the Sermon on the Mount. He sat upon a hill and taught to the crowd that assembled from the passers-by on the road below. Never once in the New Testament or anywhere else can it be found that he went out and grabbed someone and drugged them in and made them sit down and listen. Nor did he chastise them, nor did he put them down or make them feel bad if they chose not to stop but passed by on the road. He taught to those who would listen. If he delivered the message and they walked away, he did not run after them, call them names, try to make them believe what he was saying. The message for those who would listen was for those who understood and believed. Jesus didn't build some fancy church, and he never turned anyone away. In fact, if you'll read the New Testament carefully, you'll see that his followers were fishermen, thieves, prostitutes, just about every level of society. He also washed the feet of his disciples. When I look at great edifices like the Crystal Cathedral in California, and listened to that pastor. I won't mention his name because it's not my intent to embarrass or hurt anyone, but when I listened to that pastor stand up there and pontificate about the doctrine of possibility thinking, which is really just a plagiarism from the power of positive thinking from an earlier Freemason who was also a preacher. I just listen in amazement, folks. And I turn on the television every Sunday and I go through the dial and I have a satellite dish. So I can get every single evangelist in the world. And I listen to what they're teaching, and it doesn't even come close to what Jesus Christ taught. They interpret Scripture to say nothing that He meant. If I go to a Catholic church and watch what's going on there, I see the reenactment of the old pagan religions, and then they tell me that Jesus is living right there in this little box. So I want you to listen carefully tonight. I'm going to tell you this. I believe in the Constitution. I don't expect anybody to believe what I believe. I would never ask you to do that. But what I want you to do is start to think. I would like it. I would really love it if everybody in this world would begin to think. Now, folks, I'm not taking any calls. You're wasting your time if you're dialing. I would like for you all to think. Stop listening to the priests of Babylon. I can find no organized church existing upon the face of this earth that is teaching what Christ taught, or even what the original teacher that church was founded upon taught. When you look at Buddhism today, they're not practicing what Buddha taught, and Buddha would be absolutely amazed to know that he was looked at as a god or a prophet, because that's not what he felt in his life.